Blumel and Hughes. Towels are waving, fans are ready, puck is down. Game number 2.
From Kudratsev. And now in the left wing is Carlson into the circle, a shot swallowed up by Poirier. Down low McKenzie to the net, shot stopped by Shilovs, rebound hammering away, another save, and out of the box comes Carlson. He's got a breakaway on Poirier, save by Remy.
Now a chance in the slot, wide open is Blumel. He shoots and he's stopped by Shilov. Now Baines slides it down for Carlson in front for Mueller. Wide open in the crease, he couldn't get any left for Zoni. Splits the D, shoots, stopped by Shilovs. Puck is loose and put wide. Shilovs is down and out. As he scrambles back to his crease, it ends up in his gear and he gets the whistle.
Still in behind the Texas net, it came out front and goes off a skate and one hand on it. Here comes Nielsen on a breakaway, backhand, save, Poirier.
Lind is there, goes cross ice, here's Strange with the shot. Shilovs makes the save and gets the whistle.
And be able to make the save. But for Abbotsford, they're getting a little careless with the puck.
Banks it to the point for Hirose. Hirose with a wrist shot, blocked in front, and they score! Akito Hirose!
Garbage goal, really. Well, the shot comes from the point. There's 4 players in front. It hits something back to the left side of the net. It's like the thing's moving in slow motion.
Not to let it go.
If you can find that kid some open ice.
Here's a chance in front, and he's going to be on a breakaway. Max Sasson, in alone, missed the net, blocker side.
Nice slot, leaves it for Taylor, dangles, backhand tipped, loose puck, they jam away at it, they score! What a finish here in Abbotsford in the regulation. The Stars diving on the ice. Shilovs thought he crease. The fans don't like it. Shilovs didn't like it. The officials are now. Curtis McKenzie, the Stars captain, and it's no goal.
Oh, but the Stars pick it up. It's thrown in front. Stopped by Wu. Let's get out of here. Canucks take game 2. We got a melee here. Cole Lind getting into it with Shilovs. Still trying to get after a Canuck player. Looks like Linus Karlsson. Lind lost his helmet. Talk about set the tone for the next game as Lind got in the kitchen of Shilovs, and then Max Sasson going to know about.
Another shutout for Shilovs, probably big takeaway here. But what did you like from your group just outside of it?
It was one of those games where there wasn't a whole lot of flow and rhythm to it, especially throughout the second. So just trying to get to some sort of a rhythm where the guys could get into a normal rotation was difficult. So that it took a lot of life out of our bench in the second. But the fact that we were able to stay with it, we found momentum again in the third and got the job done is the major takeaway.
Job done. You got your 2 wins here on home ice. How important was that to this group to be able to secure those 2 to start this series?
Well, obviously, it's a huge benefit to the group to be able to take care of home ice advantage. So, you know, having done that, it sets us up really well. But I'll continue to say, you know, playoff hockey, you learn from the game you play. You turn the page the next day, and then you have to reestablish everything the next game. So we're proud of the guys for what they did here at home. But now it's going to be a whole new beast going there.
Since you put the Baines, Mueller, and Carlson line together, they've contributed 12 points. You trust them in the late game scenario, and they were on the ice tonight for the goal. What have you seen out of them to make them gel so well today?
I think the biggest thing is the mindset that they have. They play a very simple and direct game, and that's what's giving them success. And when they get pucks in and then they play that simple style, then the skill comes out and they're able to make plays. But more so, I'm impressed with how heavy and hard they are on pucks and putting them out in key situations, knowing that they're gonna get the job done.
Brochu comes in tonight and then goes down again. How difficult is it to get your guys regrouped after seeing their teammate go down after missing so much time?
Well, it's obviously not an ideal situation, but I think our group's mentality all season has been next man up. So it's obviously tough to see him leave the game, but you know, the guys that were able to benefit from a few extra shifts and different rotations and stuff, you know, allowed them to get a little bit more into the rhythm of the game and get their legs under them.
What was the explanation on the disallowed goal? What did the ref tell you?
Well, the puck was under his pad, and his pad was pushed into the net. So that's how we saw it live, and then obviously the video replay confirmed that.
Nikita steps into the lineup, scores what ends up being the only goal of the game. Your defense seems to be really led by a whole committee effort. How valuable is that, especially in games like today where Shelov's had a shutout and just that defensive effort around him?
Again, I think that speaks to the way our group has been built all year. We do things by committee. And we've had guys throughout the course of the season and obviously in the playoffs coming in and out of the lineup with an understanding that when you come back in, you got to do the job. So Kit did a great job. Obviously, we're happy he scored, but he did a lot of other really good things throughout the course of the night, breaking pucks out well, had some really good defensive stops, but he played a sound game, and that's what we expected of him.
Start this series, how important was that to the group to get these two?
Yeah, that's our first time doing that, I think, in the playoffs, so it's important that we did it in a 7-game series. And I think it's good that the fans and we know that we can win 2 in a row at home, and it's hard to place it out.
Is this the best you've seen the building? Like tonight was packed, probably the loudest.
Yeah, for sure. I think fans, we play a hard physical game, and it's probably fun to watch. It's fun to play in, so it's awesome to have them keep coming back and see if we can keep going.
How do you describe playing in front of Artie right now? He's got 5 shutouts. Half of your guys' wins are coming in shutouts. Just playing in front of him right now, how do you kind of describe it?
Yeah, he's a hell of a goalie, and he's made it pretty clear that it's going to be challenging to beat him. And even like that goal that they took back today, there's got to be a catch, right? He doesn't give up goals like that, so it's awesome that he's our goalie.
Since your coach put your line together with Mueller and Carlson, you guys have contributed 12 points. What are you seeing out of your group or out of your line right now that you're gelling so well?
Yeah, I think we just do a good job of knowing where we are and having hard forechecks and just guys coming back and reloading, and it's just hard to play against. And I think we keep it simple, and then at times we can get creative. So it's been a lot of fun, and hopefully keep it going.
Yeah, obviously tough to see Ratu go down again. How do you guys regroup after seeing him go down?
Yeah, he plays hard, and he's been battling a bit, and that's kind of how playoffs are. And we've been lucky that we have depth, that guys can come up and play hard. So I know he works hard, and he wants to come back right away. So we'll see how fast he can.
Yeah, how do you guys regroup from that? Seeing him go down again.
Yeah, it's tough. I think when you lose a guy on early in a game like that, it's 11 forwards. It's tough when you got to double shift and taking the amount of penalties we did. It was a challenge, but we faced it, and it's kind of a good sign about that.
For this group to get 2 wins here on home ice.
Yeah, I think just taking advantage of our home ice is big, so I think that'll give us some momentum going into Texas.
What was your view of the goal? Because it was kind of trickling there. Did you get a chance to see the puck trickling or what?
Kind of saw it when it was around the goal line and just kind of hoping it got there, and it did, so just happy with that.
You had the last 2 games. How nice is it to be able to contribute?
Yeah, it feels good just to, we got a deep team. Everybody, when they come in, they contribute, so it feels good to get a goal, but I think the 0 on our side is a lot more important.
From the back end, what are you seeing out of the Baines, Ty Mueller, and Linus Carlson line? They've accumulated 12 points in the last 3 games.
Yeah, I think they're building some good chemistry, and they do a good job of just owning the puck, and they know where each other is going to be, so kind of they're building that chemistry, and it's working out for them.
Your defense is such a committee effort. You're getting contributions from all across the blue line. How valuable is it to have that experience of everybody stepping in and contributing?
Yeah, I think we got a tight-knit group back there, and whether you're in or you're out, I think we do a good job of supporting each other, and everybody's got a role to play, and I think we do that very well.
5 shutouts now for Artie. How much fun do you guys have playing in front of him right now?
A lot of fun, especially as a decor. I think, like I said before, that 0 is the most important thing to us.
Of round 4, Abbotsford takes it 1-0, but talk about a goalie battle, your 5th shutout of the playoffs. What's allowed you to play so well, especially just in this last series?
I think our game overall, I think we're getting better and better every single game. Doing the right things, blocking shots, taking guys away from the net front, and we did a great job on the PK too. There's a lot of chances, and guys they sacrifice their bodies for it, and it's a team effort.
Well, with almost about 3 minutes left in that third period, Texas almost comes back and grabs a goal, but you instantly knew it was not going to count. What did you see on that one?
Yeah, it's it was under my pad. They're just trying to stick it in. I know it's there was no way to count a goal. It was a clear push, and I was confident it was not going to count. So refs did a good job, not calling it, and yeah.
All right, well, now you guys will go to Texas for your next couple. How important was it that you guys grabbed these two at home?
Yeah, it's really important to win a first two at home. It gives big confidence, puts them on the ropes, right? And yeah, we just need to keep continuing our work.
Well, and I have to ask about the Artie chants. We were just chatting about it and how loud they are in this arena, especially with that crowd. What does this whole crowd mean to you through this playoff run, especially?
Yeah, it's incredible. It gives you some like energy, like boost. Like you make a good save, stop the play, and like fans are loud, and you can clearly hear them. And I think that's like what gives us a better game. It gives us energy, like big hits, crowd is going like crazy, make a save, and it's like it's really awesome to play here.
Well done, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you.